My name is Mr. Anderson, and you guys are watching a breaking news story. This is brought to you by the Indie Advocates Network. Check out indieadvocates.com and stay up to date on all the things that are going on in indie comics. All right, so we have some unfortunate news to actually break to you guys today. We're going to have to announce that Brian K. Morris cannot make the Toyman show. We have been watching the sorry about adjusting the camera for the Facebook audience. I wanted to make sure you guys can see the logo, the Comic-Con forecast map as well, because we want to go back over it now. There's a bad storm going on around the Midwest, and it is making travel very dangerous. And because it is making travel very dangerous, Brian K. Morris has made the smart decision to not risk it and has had to cancel his appearance at the Toyman show. All indications are that the Toyman show is still planning to go on. There has been no word of cancellation as of filming this. If we have to interrupt again with another breaking news, we will. But for now, if you are planning to go to Toyman show, I believe you are okay. I believe the issue is in the travel route for Brian K. Morris being dangerous, but it's the winter, and the dangerous conditions on the Comic-Con highway do exist during the winter, especially. So, I mean, last year at this time, believe it or not, my car was hit by lightning. It's an awkward time of year for weather. So even when you're making plans, please remember, we're all human beings. We have to be safe. Brian K. Morris is making the right call for him and his wife, Cookie, who I believe was going to be going on the trip with him. So I applaud him for making the decision, safety over making the appearance. And I'm sure he'll make it up to the fans in Missouri sometime this year. But Toyman, as far as we know, is still going on, and well, is definitely going on and is not looking to be affected by any weather. In fact, it is beautiful in Florida this weekend. You're going to be able to see my amazing friends at the D-Land Comics and Collectibles show. And I'm going to read all the comments at the end, I promise. I know people are commenting. I just want to get through the breaking news because there is more about Brian K. Morris in just a second. But I do want to talk about these amazing creators. We're going to have Jamie Engel. We're going to have Jeff Whiting. We're going to have Roland Mann. We're going to have John Pinto. We're going to have John Crawford. And an appearance by Lanny Pavlov. All at the D-Land Comics and Collectibles show. And this is just amazing because there's other stuff going on as well. You guys can get some amazing toys. It's definitely a throwback for your childhood. And it is going to be a fantastic time. I'm still planning to see if I can make it out there. I got to see what goes on tomorrow. I got to see what I'm doing with my son, if he is supposedly he's coming back now. But I want to go, so I'm planning to try to make the trip. You guys should too, and come visit me. Maybe we'll make it there together. That's tomorrow, January 13th. So we're going to move on to some other breaking news. I did say we had some more Brian K. Morris news, and here's the official Brian K. Morris breaking news flash. Due to the Ice Age returning to St. Louis, Brian K. Morris will not be at tomorrow's Toyman show. If Chris McQuillan does have it, please go support the show. Be safe. That's all we ask. And of course, we're gonna stay tuned. We tried to stay until the very last minute until I had to go to my meeting. I'm gonna have to leave for my meeting, but we were checking. As far as I know, Toyman show as of right now, and I stress this, as of right now, is still on. If you look to the right, you'll see the teachers with classrooms. This is for teaching with comics. I'm sorry. This is for our importance of comics in the classroom, which is Comics in the Classroom group. If you click here, you can go there. And we are excited to announce that the weather is not stopping this. That's right. Today, Brian K. Morris will be live on the Comics in Classroom page. And he will be the special guest star. And as a matter of fact, he is breaking it in. He is the first special guest creator to be talking about the importance of comics in the classroom. He'll be joining Nicole Jobin, who will be hosting the show. They will be talking about the importance of reading and how comics help those who are struggling. As someone who, you guys have watched me do these videos, and sometimes I struggle reading these informational words, we'll call them. And sometimes you guys see I have trouble with names and all that. True story. Without comic books, I would have never learned to read. It is just the truth. And I truly am passionate about it. I'm an advocate for comics in the classroom. And I am super excited to be part of what's going on with them. We have a panel next week in Lakeland in the Central Comic Con in Florida. You guys can come join us there. And you guys are seeing all the people who are going to be at the D-Land Collectibles show while I'm talking. And I'm excited to see some of my friends this year on the road. Now, I'm going to quickly read all the comments, but then I do have to go. This is just breaking news. But I want to make sure I pay respects to everyone who shows up all the time. Hey, Brian, I'm talking about Comics in the Classroom. I hope you saw it. I hope you stuck around. Good indie kits. I'm not sure what you meant, Rex, but I'm knowing you, it's top knowledge, and you're probably right. Who else do we got going on? Harvey Salavic says, greetings. Hey, Harvey, how's it going? I hope you're not affected by the weather. Aren't you a Midwest guy? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought you were Midwest. Please be safe. Anyone in the Midwest watching this, please be safe. I hear the weather is horrible and the roads are treacherous. What the fuck happened? Oh, and that's WTF. I put the what the fuck because I just read it that way in my mind, I guess. Rex, weather, God, snow, not good. And that's it. All right, guys. So that's the breaking news. Please tune in today on Comics in the Classroom. And if you're wondering how to find Comics in the Classroom because you don't have it saved already and you haven't liked the page, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I got you covered. If you go right here on our page, on our main page, any thread, it's always on the right-hand side. It's right underneath our most recent featured video, right under the Rising. Oh, that's Rising Tide. If you want to follow Brian K. Morris and see who he is, that's a good place to look for him too, as well. Brian says he just snagged a huge guest interview at MegaCon Orlando, which is cool. Do you want to announce now? I'll read it out to the class. Speaking of class, the importance of comics right here. This is it. Click this image and look what happens. You get instantly taken off of our site. And of course, no one wants to ever have anyone leave their site. But for something this important, I'm happy to put the link to automatically redirect you guys to be here. And you guys are seeing automatic responses and all that because I am an editor of the page. So I'm super excited about that. And I got to take a look at it just to make sure everything's the way it needs to be running. So, Brian, do you have that news? Do you have it? Do you have it? I'm going to give Brian 1 minute, and then I do seriously got to get out of here. So this is Comics in the Classroom. All right, here we go. Jim Ballant. Ooh, Jim Ballant. That's a nice one. Oh, wow, that's definitely a cool. I look forward to hearing what he has to say about comic books. And for those who don't know, Brian is married to Nicole, who is doing just a fantastic job with everything that's going on. And, of course, you guys are seeing some of the stuff that's going on here. And it takes a lot of energy to do something like this. She's taking time out of her schedule, and Brian as well, because Brian is involved in this, and he's definitely helping. And there's Nicole now. I wanted to show you guys who she is. She's a very passionate person, a teacher, and someone who's helping kids learn to read. So Brian is helping her out. And behind the scenes, I'm helping Brian and Nicole as well, trying to help them get this, whatever you want to call it, movement. I call it a movement to empower children. I do have to go, though. I can't sit around and talk more about it, or I would. I could make an entire show about it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you be safe out there if you're not in Florida. If you're in Florida, definitely check out the D-Land show. So I think Florida is the only place where the weather's not somewhat crazy this weekend. I heard that this massive storm is pretty much taking over most of the country, unless you're in the West Coast. So please be safe, guys. This has been a production of the Indie Advocates Network, and you can follow me, the Indie Devil, at MrAnderson.com. That's MrAnderson.com.